representation was fully in favor of the governor and deputy governor. INEC, mind you, is the body that organized the 18th March 2023 governorship election in Cross River State. INEC testified to that fact, adopted the witness statement on oath of the head of operations of INEC. And all his testimony throughout the entire gamut is that the elections were properly and validly held in a peaceful environment and manner, and that they were transparent, free, fair, and credible. And that Basi Otu and Peter Ogbe, the governor and deputy governor respectively, scored the majority of lawful votes, and that INEC declared them winner based on this free, fair, credible election. Under cross-examination by me, it specifically said Professor Senator Ono, right?
Yes, sir.
Did not win the last election because he did not have as many votes as the governor and deputy governor. We were also able to enlist from the witness that they that organized the elections were satisfied with the certificates presented by both of them, and that there was no factor disqualifying any of them from contesting the said elections. He was able to identify the primary school living certificate of Basi Otu, the governor, the secondary school certificate, WIKE, original, for that matter, which we tendered through, the very originals, to show that in the primary school, for example, he attended it between 1966 and 1971. Secondary school, between 1972, between 1972 and 1977. And the University of Calabar, where he scored high marks, having BSc degree in sociology, between 1980 and 1984. So all these degrees went in to show that he was superlatively qualified. Not only that, last week, during cross-examination, their witness admitted that the governor was also a member of the House of Representatives for 2 terms, and he was also a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So he was super qualified, contrary to their perception that made them surprisingly to withdraw major grounds of their petition, say they were now relying only on qualification. As regards Peter Ode, the deputy governor, the witness made it clear that they are not aware of any judgment, none was tendered to them, to INEC, that Peter Ode swore to any oath of allegiance in any other foreign country to say he had dual citizenship. That in any event, various court judgments, which we handled, I handled them, even in Calabar here, Federal High Court, and Court of Appeal here, and we won against the same party, now litigating the matter. The Federal High Court held, and the Court of Appeal affirmed that the man, there was no evidence that he had dual citizenship. And that even if he had dual citizenship, the Nigerian constitutional requirement is that if you are a Nigerian by birth, you can later acquire citizenship of another country, and it can never debar you from contesting elections. In fact, the Federal High Court awarded 500,000 naira costs against them in that matter. The same parties that litigated that matter and against whom 500,000 naira cost was awarded are the same parties that has again come against the same parties. The same PDP and the same Sunday Ono against the same INEC, the same Basiotu, the same Peter Ode, and the same APC. They were exactly the same parties at the Federal High Court. They lost. 500,000 naira costs awarded against them. They went on appeal to the Court of Appeal. They lost. The Court of Appeal affirmed everything, all the judgment. So they are litigating a matter they had lost. And they did as far back as 2015. That time PDP and Peter Ode were on one were on one side. PDP was fighting for Peter Ode that Peter Ode was qualified. And he had won his case against the same plaintiff on a matter in which they were sued concerning the so-called dual citizenship. So the truth is that this petition was dead and is dead on arrival, as dead as dodo. And the evidence so far led has shown that. That is why INEC called only one witness. They didn't need to call more. Tomorrow, by God's will, we call just maybe 1 or 2 witnesses. Case closed. Because no evidence, no credible evidence has been laid in this matter to even go near to show that Ono won any election. No.
So the petitioner has talked about...
In any event, if there were discrepancies, the Electoral Act gave the opportunity to anyone who felt or who believed that documents submitted to INEC were not clean documents to go to court. And that would have been a pre-election matter, not an election petition matter as they are doing now. The so-called discrepancies is that the governor said where they wrote certificate. He wrote, for example, primary school, he wrote 1966. But the certificate which they themselves tendered is showing 1971, which is the year of attendance. And I asked the witness, primary school is normally how many years? He said 6 years. So from 1966 to 1971, how many years? 6 years. So the fact that you are merely seeing the entry year does not invalidate the graduation, which is on the certificate you yourself tendered. The same thing happened in the case of the secondary school, where what was the year put there? 1972 was entered, and he graduated in 1977. And the receipt, the certificate is here, 72 to 77. You see, when you don't have a case, when you are drowning, you hold on to a straw. All they are doing is to hold on to straw. Who does not know that you attend a primary school for 6 years and you attend a university here for 5 years? And that's the period between the 1966 and 1971, and 1972, and 1977, and 1994, and 1980. Yes, that is 80, sorry. And 80, between 80 and 84, that is the university. None of them has impugned the certificate. They even tender them. You have not said this degree is fake. You have not said this certificate, this WIKE certificate was forged. And we tendered today the original, and it was marked. You have not said this primary school certificate was forged. You are trying to hold on to clause that, the year written here was 1966 instead of 1971, which is on the certificate. The other one, you wrote 1972 instead of 1977 for the secondary school. And the other one, you wrote 19 1980 to 84 instead of to 84 instead of writing 84. That is all they are saying. And to me, that is bizarre. That is surprising. They tendered the originals, the certificates, and today we tendered the originals to show that they came from WIKE, from the primary school. They did not have any document to show that any of these documents was forged or was superimposed. They themselves even tendered them. I will now decide to help them, help the tribunal by producing the very originals, which were also admitted today. So all those ones we are hearing that there were discrepancies. What discrepancies? If there were discrepancies, where were you when these forms were filled last year? The Electoral Act gave you the opportunity to go to court and challenge any documents submitted. Did you answer? No. They did for the third respondent. That's Peter Ode. They did. And the court ruled against them. But for the second respondent, the governor, they did not. How can you now come and cry later in an election tribunal, things you should have done before a federal high court as a pre-election matter? They don't have any case at all.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.